Hello everyone, welcome to all. Today we are going to discuss about Unit 1, that is a solid state from physical chemistry. And this unit is for 4 marks and without option, and with option it is for 6 marks. So let us see solid state. In this video we will study these points. First, that is introduction of solid state, then types of solids, crystalline solids, amorphous solids, and distinguishing points between crystalline solid and amorphous solids. So, in 11th standard, you have studied states of matter topic, and in that you have studied what is matter, and all of you know the definition of matter. That is, matter is usually defined as anything that has a mass and occupies space, that is called as a matter. That means what? Everything in universe, that is from tiniest particle of dust to a bigger star, is made up of matter. And this matter is not only what we can touch or see, but it also includes air that we breathe in, or perfume we smell, that is also the matter. And this matter exists in 3 common states. And in 11th standard, you have studied these 3 common states. So what are the 3 most common states of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. These are the 3 main states of matter. And these 3 main states of matter are interconverted. That means their composition, chemical composition of matter is not changed, but their physical state is changed from solid to liquid and from liquid to gas. You know that water in a solid state, that is ice, when it is heated, then it gets melted and gets converted into a liquid state. Here, during this conversion, chemical change does not take place. Chemical composition of the solid water and liquid water is same, but their physical state is changed. And this liquid, further if it is heated, then it gets converted into gas. Here also, that means water vapors are formed, and the water vapors also contain water molecule. So chemical composition is not changed, but the physical state is changed, and that is called as a interconversion. So these are these states of matters are interconverted. Also, if you consider the reversible change, that is gas is cooled, then it gets converted into liquid state. And if liquid is further cooled, then it gets converted into a solid state. If water, you know that at normal temperature water is in a liquid state. If you freeze it, if you kept this water in a freezer, then it gets converted into a solid state, but the composition is not changed. Here also, if the liquid is heated, then it gets converted into steam, but steam contains water molecules. Chemical composition is not changed, so only the physical state is changed. So why this physical change takes place, or why a solid is get converted into liquid and liquid is converted into gas? This is due to intermolecular force of attraction. Here, this is the figure of solid, and here you can observe that these solids are arranged in a particular fashion. Solid the particles, you know that matter is composed of particles. Constituent particles of matter is atom, ion or molecule. And this atom, ion or molecule of solid are arranged in a definite fashion. Ordered arrangement, regular arrangement is there. And these are tightly held with each other. These molecules are tightly held with each other. Here the arrangement of the molecule is disturbed and these are not tightly held. And here the irregular arrangement is there and there is no intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules. So the main factor which affects the state of matter, that is intermolecular force of attraction. That means if the strength of interparticle force means intermolecular force, so interparticle force of attraction, if it is strong, molecule मधलं जे attraction आहे ते जर strong असेल तर काय होणार, these molecules are tightly held with each other if the attraction is strong, and therefore these solids are rigid in nature, hard असतात ते, rigid असतात, and they have a definite shape. As the arrangement of the particle is regular, they have definite shape, and these are rigid or hard, and these are not compressible. They are difficult to compress because the intermolecular space is very small. एकमेकांच्या अगदीच जवळ ते आहेत बघा, त्याच्यामुळे इंटरमॉलिक्युलर स्पेस जी आहे ती कमी आहे. And another factor which affects the state of matter, that is what? Thermal energy. And this thermal energy, in 11th standard you have studied this point and the states of matter. That is, thermal energy is a measure of kinetic energy. That means when kinetic energy increases, thermal energy also increases. And kinetic energy increases due to movement of the particles. And this movement of particle increases if you increase the temperature of the matter. So if you increase the temperature of the matter, then movement of particle increases. That means kinetic energy increases. And as kinetic energy increases, thermal energy also increases. Now if thermal energy is more, that is kinetic energy is more than intermolecular forces of attraction, then the solid gets converted into gas. And if intermolecular forces of attraction are greater than thermal energy, then then that matter exists in a solid state. So if intermolecular forces are more strong, then physical state of the matter is solid. And if intermolecular forces are weak, then physical state of that matter is gas. And if the thermal energy is high then or more than intermolecular forces of attraction, then the matter is in a gaseous state. And if thermal energy is less than intermolecular force of attraction, then the matter is in a solid state. Thermal energy जर जास्त असेल तर मॅटर कोणत्या स्टेटमध्ये असणार, गॅसियस स्टेटमध्ये असणार. आणि जर थर्मल एनर्जी कमी असेल तर कायनेटिक एनर्जी कमी असणार, मुवमेंट ऑफ पार्टिकल कमी असणार. म्हणजेच काय तर पार्टिकल एकमेकांच्या खूप जवळ असणार, टाईटली हेल्ड असणार, स्ट्रॉंग फोर्सेस असणार आणि त्यामुळे मॅटर कोणत्या स्टेट्समध्ये असणार, सॉलिड स्टेटमध्ये. सो intermolecular forces increasing from gaseous state to solid state, and thermal energy increases from solid state to gaseous. That means solid when get converted into gaseous state, thermal energy increases. And when gas is converted into solid state, the thermal energy decreases and intermolecular forces of attraction increases. Now what is meant by intermolecular forces of attraction? This part is also you have studied under 11th standard in topic states of matter. Intermolecular forces of attraction means the force which holds molecules together tightly. That is called as the intermolecular force of attraction, or it is also called as the interparticle force of attraction. And different types of intermolecular forces of attraction you have studied in last year. That is dipole-dipole interaction, dipole-induced dipole interaction, ion dipole interaction, hydrogen bonding, London dispersion forces. All these are different types of intermolecular forces of attraction, and these are weak forces of attraction. And when, see here, if the intermolecular forces of attractions are strong, then matter exists in a solid state. If you heat it, then what happens? These interparticle forces of attraction becomes weak and solid gets melt and gets converted into liquid state. And if it is further heated, then it gets converted into a gaseous state. Here exceptional case is helium. Helium is a gas, but on cooling it cannot be converted into a solid state. So remember this एक्सेप्शनल केस, कारण याच्यावरच तुम्हाला काय येऊ शकतो, क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो. तो सॉलिड स्टेटमध्ये स्ट्रॉंग इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस असतात आणि त्यामुळे म्हणजे स्ट्रेंथ जास्त असते त्याची आणि त्यामुळे त्याला एक परफेक्ट शेप असतो आणि यामुळे सॉलिड्स काय असतात, हार्ड असतात किंवा रिजिड असतात आणि त्याच्यामधली इंटरमॉलिक्युलर स्पेस जी असते ती कमी असते. लिक्विड स्टेटमध्ये काय होतं, हे जे अट्रॅक्शन आहे इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्स ते कमी असतं किंवा तो फोर्स वीक होतो आणि वीक झाल्यामुळे दीज पार्टिकल्स कॅन मूव्ह. इंटरमॉलिक्युलर स्पेस इज मोर ॲज कम्पेअर टू सॉलिड इन केस ऑफ लिक्विड. अँड इन केस ऑफ गॅसेस दिस इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन इज निग्लिजिबल अँड देअरफॉर इंटरमॉलिक्युलर स्पेस, दोन मॉलिक्युलमधली जी अंतर आहे, दी स्पेस इज मोर and therefore they are free to move. So, and because of this what happens, they are highly compressible. That is a unique property of gas that you have studied last year. Now how these solid state differ from liquid state and gas state? You have studied the properties of gaseous state and liquid state last year. So how solid is different from these two? So see here, in case of solid, the particles are tightly held, so they have a particular shape, they have a fixed volume, fixed composition is there. These particles cannot move, their position is fixed. And here in case of liquid, the intermolecular forces of attraction is weak and therefore they can move within the liquid, and because of this what happens, they have a property of fluidity, they can flow, and also they acquire the shape of the container in which these are kept. Here the gaseous state is there, and in gaseous states intermolecular forces of attractions are weak, intermolecular space is more, and therefore these are highly compressible. So these are what the different properties. So we will summarize these properties. That is C first, volume. In case of solid, it has a definite volume because of the arrangement of the particle, a definite regular arrangement of the particle. In case of liquid, no such a regular arrangement. So the liquids have definite shape, that is shape of the container, they acquire the shape of the container in which they are kept. And here the gases have no definite volume. About shape, solids have definite shape, but liquids have no definite shape and gases have no definite shape. Arrangement of the particle, here in case of just now we have studied, that is solids have the particle arrangement in case of solid is regular astheti, or in case of liquid this particle is not regular, irregular, and in case of gas this arrangement of the particle is highly irregular, random astheti. And the intermolecular space, in case of solid it is negligible or very small, in case of liquid it is moderate, and in case of gas there is a large space, intermolecular space between the molecules there. And because of this, in case of solid, moment of particle is less, or they have fixed position, they cannot move. But liquids can move within the liquid, molecules of liquid can move within the liquid, and here they are in a continuous random motion. As intermolecular forces are weak, they can move anywhere in which they are kept. So if you change the temperature, then as the position of this particle is fixed, very small change takes place by changing the temperature. But here moderate change is there, and a significantly high change is observed in case of gases. You know that the gas, when it is heated, then it expands. That means the that is slight change in the temperature changes the volume of the gas. And last, that is factor affecting the solid, liquid and gas, that is pressure. Solid are not compressible. Here liquids are small, they have a small compressibility, and gases are highly compressible because there is a space, intermolecular space between the molecule is more, so they can compress. But here intermolecular space is very small, so they cannot, or they are difficult to compress. Now second point of this topic, that is types of solids. Depending upon the arrangement of particles, so there are two main types of solids, that is crystalline solid and amorphous solid. So this classification is based on what? Arrangement of the constituent particles of solids. तर आपण बघू क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड मध्ये ही जी अरेंजमेंट आहे पार्टिकलची ती रेग्युलर आहे बघा. रेग्युलर फॅशन मध्ये ऑर्डरली अरेंज झालेली आणि रिपीट झालेली आहे ती अरेंजमेंट. पण अमॉर्फस सॉलिडच्या बाबतीत काय दिसतंय की पार्टिकल तीच आहेत पण अरेंजमेंट जी आहे ती रेग्युलर नाही आहे. देयर इज अ रँडमनेस. No regular arrangement of particle is observed in amorphous solids, whereas regular arrangement is there in case of crystalline solid. And depending upon this arrangement of this constituent particle, solids are classified into two main types, that is crystalline solid and amorphous solid. So see here, these are the crystals of sugar. Then here is the crystal of sodium chloride, crystal of the copper sulfate is there. And if you observe these crystals, all these crystals, then what happens? They have definite shape. या सगळ्या क्रिस्टल्स चा शेप, त्याचा शेप काय आहे? डेफिनेट त्याचा शेप आहे. प्लेन सरफेसेस आहेत म्हणजे फेसिस आहे प्रत्येक क्रिस्टलला जर तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व केलं तर, आणि एजिस आहेत. टू फेसेस मीट इन एजिस. आणि हे जे एजिस आहे या एजिसमध्ये डेफिनेट अँगल आहे. ह्या सगळ्या प्रॉपर्टीज कशामुळे येतात तर बिकॉज ऑफ अरेंजमेंट ऑफ रेग्युलर रिपीटिंग अरेंजमेंट ऑफ दी कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट पार्टिकल्स. कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट पार्टिकल्स म्हणजे काय तर ॲटम, आयन और मॉलिक्यूल. So because of regular repeated arrangement of the constituent particle, solids have definite shape, definite volume, definite number of faces, edges and a definite angle between the different edges. So these are the observable properties of crystalline solids. So how you can define crystalline solids? Crystalline solids ची आपण डेफिनेशन त्यामुळे कशी करू शकतो? The solids in which constituent particles म्हणजे मग ॲटम, आयन किंवा मॉलिक्यूल are arranged in definite repeating pattern. Such solids are called as crystalline solids. मग आता क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिडचे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक काय सांगता येतील तर in crystalline solids arrangement of constituent particle is regular and it is periodic. repeat होते ती. it is a periodic, regular and periodic. Second point, that is particles are orderly arranged over a long range. खूप दूरपर्यंत तीच ऑर्डर फॉलो होते. त्यामुळे पार्टिकल्स आर ऑर्डरली अरेंज ओव्हर अ लॉंग रेंज. दूरपर्यंत ते तशीच अरेंजमेंट होत असते. Like this. See, the arrangement of the particle is fixed, regular and it is repeated over a long range. And because of this regular repeated arrangement, orderly arrangement, what happens? Solids, crystalline solids have sharp melting point. Exact melting point असतो कारण अरेंजमेंटमध्ये काही बदल होत नाही. अरेंजमेंट तीच असल्यामुळे पर्टिक्युलर क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिडचा मेल्टिंग पॉईंट हा परफेक्ट तोच असणार. एक्झॅक्ट टेम्परेचरला ते काय होणार मेल्ट होणार. सो दे हॅव शार्प मेल्टिंग पॉईंट. अँड ऑल्सो अनदर वन मोर इम्पॉर्टंट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड दॅट इज these are anisotropic. Anisotropic means what? See here. The arrangement, this is the crystalline solid and here it is a two types of particles are there, blue particles and pink particles. This crystal is formed from these two particles. And if you see the arrangement of the particle along this line, AB line, then pink circles or pink particles are there along this AB line. If you observe this particles along CD line, then blue particles are present along CD line. And if you observe this, that is particle arrangement of the particles along EF line, then alternate arrangement of blue and pink particle is there. Arrangement is changed. When the direction is changed, then arrangement of the particle is changed. And because of this property, crystalline substances have anisotropic nature. Iso means same. An means nahi. Anisotropic nature. That means what? Their physical properties, when measured in different direction, the magnitude of this physical property changes. Values of this physical property changes. And this ability of crystalline solid to change value of physical property when measured in different direction is known as anisotropic nature. For example, refractive index. आता सॉलिडमध्ये जर डायरेक्शन त्यांची चेंज केली तर रिफ्रॅक्टिव्ह इंडेक्स वेगळा येणार कारण अरेंजमेंट काय आहे वेगळी. थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटी वेगळी असणार, इलेक्ट्रिक कंडक्टिव्हिटी वेगळी असणार. डायरेक्शन चेंज झाली की या प्रॉपर्टीज चेंज होणार, व्हॅल्यूज यांच्या चेंज होणार. रिफ्रॅक्टिव्ह इंडेक्सची म्हणा किंवा थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटीची व्हॅल्यू चेंज होईल. आणि ही जी ॲबिलिटी आहे क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिडची त्याला काय म्हणतात, ॲन आयसोट्रॉपिक नेचर. सो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड. अँड एक्सेप्शनल केस इज व्हॉट, those crystalline solids which have cubic structure, they do not show anisotropic nature. So remember that. हा MCQला क्वेश्चन तुम्हाला विचारू शकतात किंवा क्वेश्चन असाही याच्यावर येऊ शकतो, डिफाईन क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड अँड गिव्ह द कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड. या 4 प्रॉपर्टीज तुम्हाला देतात. Some more examples of crystalline solid. Ice is there. It has a perfect shape. Salts, different types of salts are also the examples of crystalline solid. Metals, gold, iron, हे सगळे काय आहेत, crystalline solids आहेत. Graphite, diamond, त्यानंतर सिरॅमिक्स म्हणजे अर्थ मातीची भांडी, पोर्सिलिनची भांडी, ही सगळी किंवा ब्रिक्स, हे सगळे कशाचे एक्झाम्पल होऊ शकतात, क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड. नाउ क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड्स, in case of crystalline solid, a single crystal has a regular periodic arrangement that you know of constituent particle throughout the bulb, and such a type of, it is difficult to obtain such a type of arrangement. And the example of naturally occurring single crystal is diamond. याच्यावर सुद्धा तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन MCQ मध्ये येऊ शकतो. Which one of the following is naturally occurring single crystal? तर लक्षात ठेवा, डायमंड इज अन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ नॅचरली ऑकरिंग सिंगल क्रिस्टल. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे डायमंडचं स्ट्रक्चर तुम्ही 11वीला बघितलेलं आहे. सो इन केस ऑफ डायमंड, such a type of a network, giant network type of structure is there, and each carbon atom, it is made up of carbon, and each carbon atom undergoes here sp3 hybridization, and this hybridization, this arrangement is repeated and network structure is formed. Each carbon atom can form 4 covalent bond with another carbon atom in a structure of diamonds, and therefore it is very, very hard. And it exists in a single crystal form. But some crystals, that is metal or rocks, these ice, these crystals are in a polycrystalline form. Polycrystals means these are the solids. These are also crystalline solids, but that are composed of many single crystallites. खूप असे छोटे छोटे क्रिस्टल्स, सिंगल क्रिस्टल्स एकत्र येऊन तयार होतात. क्रिस्टलाइट्स म्हणजे छोटे छोटे सिंगल क्रिस्टल्स, हे वेगवेगळ्या साईजचे पॅक एकत्र येतात आणि त्यापासून क्रिस्टल तयार होतो. तर असं जर होत असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणतात, पॉलीक्रिस्टलाइन मटेरियल. अँड इन दिस पॉलीक्रिस्टलाइन मटेरियल व्हॉट हॅपन्स, solids, these are composed of, that is polycrystalline are composed of many single crystallites of different size, and these are packed together with different orientation. ते कसे पॅक झालेले असतात तर त्यांचे ओरिएंटेशन्स हे बघा, हा क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड आहे, इथे अरेंजमेंट काय आहे, रेग्युलर, हा एक सिंगल क्रिस्टल दाखवला आहे. पण असे सिंगल क्रिस्टल्स, अनेक सिंगल क्रिस्टल्स एकत्र येतात आणि त्यांचे ओरिएंटेशन्स काय असतात, वेगवेगळे असतात, डायरेक्शन वेगवेगळे असतात. आणि असा जो ग्रुप असतो क्रिस्टलचा, सिंगल क्रिस्टलचा, त्याला काय म्हणतात, पॉलीक्रिस्टलाइन मटेरियल किंवा पॉलीक्रिस्टल्स. सो दिस इज अबाउट क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड. नाउ सेकंड नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, दॅट इज amorphous solids. So substances appears like solid, दिसतात सॉलिड सारखे, but they do not have well developed, perfectly ordered crystalline structure that are called as a amorphous solids. मग एक्झाम्पल कुठली याची तर टार, ग्लास, रबर, प्लॅस्टिक. आता प्लॅस्टिक मटेरियल आपण कितीतरी बघतो, आपल्याला बघताना वाटतं की ते सॉलिड आहे, पण ॲक्च्युली इट इज नॉट अ सॉलिड क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड, इट इज अ amorphous. सॉलिड आहे ते, but it is not crystalline solid, it is amorphous solid. And in amorphous solid, particles are randomly arranged. मगाशी आपण बघितले डायग्राममध्ये, these particles are randomly arranged. ऑर्डर नसते त्याच्यामध्ये, रेग्युलर अरेंजमेंट इज नॉट देअर. अँड दीज आर शॉर्ट रेंज क्रिस्टल्स. हे बघा इथं ऑर्डर अरेंजमेंट नाही आहे कुठे, रँडम आहे, रँडमली अरेंज झालेली आहे. त्याच्यात एक विशिष्ट सिक्वेन्स नाही किंवा एका फॅशनमध्ये ते अरेंज झालेले नाही आहेत. So they do not have a long range order internal structure, and also because of this they do not have sharp melting point, and these are isotropic in nature. Iso means same. So these are isotropic in nature. That means what? Their physical properties do not changes with change in direction. अनआयसोट्रॉपिक म्हणजे काय, तर फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी चेंज होतात डायरेक्शन चेंज झाल्यानंतर. फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी चेंज नाही होत, सॉरी, त्यांची व्हॅल्यू चेंज होते पण डायरेक्शन चेंज झाल्यानंतर. पण अमॉर्फस सॉलिडच्या बाबतीत डायरेक्शन चेंज झाली तरी फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीची व्हॅल्यू चेंज होत नाही. आणि असे जे सॉलिड्स, असं जे नेचर आहे अमॉर्फस सॉलिडचं, त्याला काय म्हणतात, आयसोट्रॉपिक नेचर. So these solids show same magnitude for any property such as refractive index, thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity in every direction. And these are not real solids. हे रियल सॉलिड्स नसतात, त्यांना सुपरकूल्ड लिक्विड म्हणतात किंवा त्यांना काय म्हणतात, सुडो लिक्विड, कारण त्यांना फ्लुइडिटी असते. दे बिहेव लाईक अ लिक्विड, दे कॅन फ्लो, and therefore they are called as pseudo solids or supercooled liquid. अरेंजमेंट अशी असते बघा, अनआयसोट्रॉपिक आणि आयसोट्रॉपिक. याच्यामध्ये कुठलीही डायरेक्शन घ्या, ए लाईन, अलॉंग दी ए लाईन बघा किंवा अलॉंग ए लाईन, सगळीकडनं काय असणार, अरेंजमेंट डिफरंट. लक्षात ना, अल्टरनेट रँडम अरेंजमेंट आहे, इरेग्युलर अरेंजमेंट आहे. त्याच्यामुळे magnitude of physical properties such as refractive index is not changed by changing the direction. But in case of crystalline solid, these are anisotropic. That means what? If we change, आता बघा, along the A, here pink particles are there. Along B, alternate arrangement of particles. Direction change केली, arrangement change. आणि त्यामुळे त्यांना काय म्हणतात, अनआयसोट्रॉपिक क्रिस्टल. आणि अमॉर्फस सॉलिड्सना काय म्हणतात, आयसोट्रॉपिक क्रिस्टल्स, और दे आर आयसोट्रॉपिक इन नेचर. सो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अमॉर्फस सॉलिड इज सिमिलर टू द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ लिक्विड and they behave like a fluid. And due to this property of fluidity, तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की लोअर सॉइड्स ज्या ग्लास पॅनच्या असतात त्या थिक असतात, जाड झालेल्या असतात, बिकॉज ऑफ फ्लुइडिटी. अँड अप्पर साईड्स ज्या असतात त्या पातळ असतात किंवा थिन असतात. त्याच्यावर तुम्हाला एखादा क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो, एक्सप्लेन व्हाय ग्लास इज नोन ॲज अ सुपर कोल्ड लिक्विड. सो ग्लास इज अ amorphous solid and it shows what, fluidity, and therefore these are known as a super cooled liquid. Now the last point, that is distinguishing points between crystalline solid and amorphous solid. याच्यावर क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो तुम्हाला 2 मार्क्सचा. काय काय पॉइंट्स आपण बघितले. इन क्रिस्टलाइन सॉइड, रेग्युलरिटी अँड पिरियॉडिसिटी in arrangement of the constituent particle is observed, whereas in case of amorphous solid, constituent particles are randomly arranged. Then here long ranged order structure is there in crystalline solid. In amorphous solids, they have no long ranged order structure. Crystalline solid, sharp melting point is there. Amorphous solid, they do not have sharp melting point. Crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. Amorphous solids are isotropic in nature. These are true solids, whereas amorphous solids are pseudo-solids, or they are called as a supercooled liquid. And crystalline solids do not show fluidity, whereas amorphous solids shows fluidity. So all these are the distinguishing points between crystalline solid and amorphous solids. So thank you for watching this video.